Hi yogis, welcome to Beginners Yoga. My name is Roz. You don't need anything except some space for your mat. If you want to grab a strap or a towel for your stretches, you can, but you don't really need it. Just find a comfortable position, somewhere quiet. Close the door, take a seat, get comfortable and close your eyes. If you want to sit with legs crossed, you can. If that's not comfortable, kneeling is also okay, or onto a cushion. We let our palms face upward. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes and let it go. Let your shoulders drop down. We want to take full breaths in and long, slow breath out. Our palms are facing upward to help with the flow of energy. So full breaths in your nose and out of your nose. Let your shoulders relax. Release your jaw. Let everything soften. I know it's crazy times. Always come back to your breathing, finding a few minutes in your day for mindful breathing. Slow breaths in, slow breaths out. Two more times, shoulders down. Just relax your belly. You don't have to hold on anywhere. Feel the breath in and out. On your next inhale, bringing your hands into your heart center. Bowing your head to your hands, let's start to lengthen the spine. We set our intention, we call that Samkalpa. Thinking about what you hope to get out of your class today, even if it's just that moment of peacefulness, mindfulness, stillness, or maybe you just really need to stretch. We're going to reach our arms up and look up to your fingertips, lengthening, and then exhaling, hands back to the heart. Two more like that. Deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And one more time. Breath in, looking up. And breath out. Beautiful. Take your hands forward, crawl your hands forward. You might only go 2 inches. You might have your head on the floor. It doesn't matter. Just drop your head. Breathe into the back of your ribs. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Perhaps feeling this stretch in your hips or in your back. Send the breath to the back of the ribs. And then slowly walking your hands back. Let's turn to our left side. Right arm crosses, roll your left shoulder down, keep your chin down. Avoid using your neck to twist. You don't need to use your neck. You want to protect your neck. And then coming to the center, breathing in, breathing out to the right side. Uh-huh. 191901. And then hands to the center. Left hand down, right arm up. Sorry, little technical glitch with the music. Bear with me. And then reaching up and over. Nine oh. And then down. Coming to all fours. Good. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's press into the floor, rounding the spine. Tuck the chin, and then inhale, look forward. 2 more times like that. Round your spine, into your cat stretch, and exhale. One more time. Roll the shoulders back, and exhale. Take both arms forward, drop your head down, keep your hips high and feel this stretch in the chest and shoulders. This is also your modification if you have any knee or hip injuries. Instead of going all the way back into child's pose, you can keep your hips high. And then slowly walking your hands back, sitting all the way back into child's pose. Head to the floor, knees apart, chest down. Good. This is your resting posture as well. One more breath. And then lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs, bending one and then the other. Pressing your heels down to the floor. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Keep your hands shoulder width. Let's hold here for 4 breaths. And then slowly looking forward, walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. Half lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Coming up to standing, bring your hands to your heart center. Beautiful. Shoulders roll down. Take your hands to the side of your body. Tuck your tailbone under. Close your eyes for a moment. Hands facing forward. Tadasana. Bringing your hands back to your heart center. Reaching up. Take your hands behind your back. Resting your hands on top of your hip. Tuck the tailbone, roll the shoulders back, lift your chest up. Bring your chin to your chest. Run your hands down the back of your legs. And then wrap your arms behind your knees. Hug your chest into your thighs. And then bringing your hands back down to the floor. Step back into plank. Take your knees down to the floor. Draw your belly in and lower slowly all the way down, keeping your elbows in. Shoulders rolling back, just looking forward, squeezing your butt. And then slowly down again. One more time. Shoulders roll back, looking forward, squeeze your butt. Good. And then pushing back into child's pose. Knees apart, toes together. Deep breathing here. Spread your fingers out, lifting up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, up and back, downward facing. And again, feel free to pedal out your legs. Imagine that you're pushing the mat forward with both of your hands. And this time we're going to walk our hands to our feet. So just start to walk back slowly, bend your legs, and then bring your hands to your knees. Good. And then shoulders pull back, chest out. Beautiful. So you should be feeling this stretch in the back of your legs all the way along your spine. So you don't want to be soft here. You want to roll your shoulders back, chest out. Let's fold forward, bend your legs as much as you need to. Your hands might not even reach the floor. Just let everything go. The crown of your head is pointing to the floor. Deep breathing. And then slowly rolling all the way up. Use your legs to push yourself up and reach up your arms. Hands coming back to your heart center. Let's come into a side bend, keeping your feet hip distance apart. Right arm lifts up. We want to lengthen upward and then over to the side. Beautiful. Lifting up, breathing in. And exhale. Good. And then coming back to the center. Let's take our hands back to the heart. Step your feet together. You should be standing at the back of your mat. Bend your knees and fold forward. Hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward into plank. Remember, we're taking our knees down, untucking the toes. Keep your elbows in and lower as slowly as you can to the floor. Shoulders roll back into cobra. Engage the back muscles and slowly lower back down. Pushing back again into child's pose, focusing on your breathing in your nose and out of your nose. Let the breath go. Spreading the fingers out, coming up onto your knees. Tuck the toes, lift up again, downward facing. We're going to take our right foot and bring it in between our hands. So if it doesn't make it, just pick it up and move it. Right foot comes forward and left knee goes down. Check that your knee is stacked over your ankle and sweep your arms up. We're going to sink forward into the hips. Reach both arms up. Exhaling, hands back down to the floor. Let's straighten out the front leg. Guys, if you can't see, just stay with me. We're working on it right now. And just try to follow my instructions. So at the moment we're in a low lunge. We're going to bend our right leg. The back knee is off the floor. And we're going to straighten the front leg out. So both legs are straight. Hold here. And bending your front leg. We're stepping back into downward facing dog. Hold your downward facing dog. Keep breathing. Fingers spread, tailbone is lifting. Same thing on the other side. Look forward to your hands, bringing your left foot in between your hands and dropping your right knee down. Reach both arms up. Sinking forward into the hips. Looking up to your hands. And then slowly hands down to the floor. Good. We're going to pick up our back knee and then straighten out the front leg. Holding here for a couple of breaths, shoulders down. Then bend your front leg and step your back foot in, forward fold. Crown of the head is pointing to the floor, legs are bent. Coming to a half lift, bring your hands to your knees or your shins, straightening out your spine. Exhaling, folding forward, hands coming down to the floor. And then slowly rising all the way up. Good. Hands to the heart. I hope you're feeling all right and getting nice and warm. Reach both arms up again. Take your arms out wide. Big swan dive back down to the floor. Lunging back your left leg. Left knee down. Sweep your arms up. Scoop the butt under and sink down into your hips, bringing your hands to your heart. This time we're going to twist to our right side. So you're going to take your left elbow and you can use your right hand if you want, wedge it across and press. Check that your right elbow is pointing to the ceiling and you are sinking down into your hips. Find your breathing. And remember, it's just you. I can't see you. Don't stress. Just breathe. Everything's going to be all right. And slowly reaching both arms back up, inhaling. Take your hands down to the floor. Good. Stepping your feet together. Halfway lift, straightening your back. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg lunges back. Right knee down. Untuck the toes. Sweep your arms up. Press down with the back shin and sink forward. Hands coming down to the heart. We're twisting to our left side. And if you need to, use your other hand to wedge your elbow across. Palms pressed together, left elbow points to the ceiling. We're sinking forward into the hips. Make sure you're breathing. Good. And then slowly coming back up, reaching your arms up. Exhaling, hands back down to the floor. This time we untuck the toes and we step back into downward facing dog. Notice how your legs are feeling. Getting a little warmer here. Everything's slow. Everything fluid. Tailbone lifts up. Don't worry if your legs aren't straight. Focus more on keeping your spine long. Hands pressing into the floor evenly. Looking at your hands, right foot comes back in. This time we're going to put down our left heel and slowly sweep the arms up into a warrior one. Arms beside the ears. We are adjusting the hips to face them forward. So the right hip is pointing forward and the left hip is drawing forward. We're rotating this left thigh. We are not forcing it. We are just gently encouraging. So arms beside the ears. You don't have to sink down low. You can stay up quite high. Keep your arms next to your ears. And we're going to clasp hands above our head. Lengthen upwards. See if you can lean slightly to your right side. And then come back to the center. Straightening your front leg. We're going to sweep the right arm back. Both legs are straight and we reach back with our arms, squeezing your thighs. And then reaching both arms up. Inhale. Take both hands to your front leg. Into pyramid. Hips are still facing forward and we slide down the front leg. Whether your hands are on your shin, your knee or on the floor, it doesn't matter. We want to feel this stretch in the right hamstring. So tilt back the sit bones. Lengthen your spine. And breathe into your stretch. Let everything go. Taking one more breath here. And bending your front leg. Coming back up into your warrior one. We're going to open up into warrior two. So we adjust the left foot. Line your heels up, heel to heel or heel to the arch of the back foot. Draw the shoulders in line with your hips. See if you can sink down lower. Scoop the tailbone under. Smile. It's yoga. We're back live. Turn your right palm up, reaching up and over. Good. Exhaling, lengthening. If you need to, then just straighten your front leg. Then back into warrior two. Beautiful. Take both hands back down to the floor. And we're going to step back into downward facing dog. Big breath here. Let it go. Remember, no one can see you. I can't see you. So don't judge. Just observe your thoughts and let them float by. We're going to take our left foot forward. And before you rise up, putting your right heel down and your right foot on an angle and rising up. Both hips are facing the top of your mat, sinking down. Rotate the right hip forward. Arms beside your ears, clasping hands. Lengthening upward and exhaling over to the left. Keep engaging your right thigh and then back to center. Opening up your arms and straightening both legs. So we're reaching back here. Squeeze the thighs to keep you stable. Find your twist. Some bagpipes coming your way. Reaching up. And then bringing your hands back down to that front thigh into pyramid pose. So we turn the hips forward, take your hands to your front thigh, shin, or the mat. Try not to bend your legs just in case you want to get your hands to the floor at all costs. Keep your legs straight, don't worry about the floor. Head drops, deep breathing. Then one more breath, bend your front knee, sweep your arms up, and then we open up into Warrior Two. So we adjust the right foot, pull it back in line with the left, heel to heel, heel to the arch of the back foot. Let me turn so I don't have my back to you. Left leg is bent, left knee stacked over the ankle. And we sink down. Turn your left palm up, reversing into your exalted warrior. Hard to breathe here, so find some space to breathe. Feel the stretch in the rib cage. And then coming back into Warrior Two. This time we're going to straighten our legs out. Turn your feet forward and bring your hands to your waist. Roll your shoulders down. Pushing your butt back. We're going to fold forward, hands down to the floor. Or if you can't reach the floor, hands are on your shin, on your knees. You might be next to a couch. You can put your hands on your couch or on some sort of object. And then coming wider with your legs if you want. Maybe you can take your elbows down. Maybe your head will go down. When I do this at home, I'm always disappointed to see the amount of dog hair under my couch. So try not to focus on that. And focus instead on your breathing. Close your eyes and keep your weight back over your heels. So we're not going forward, we're going back and tilting the sit bones up. And just let it go. There is only now. That's all there ever is. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Straightening your back, walk your hands forward slightly and shift your eye gaze forward, getting a little bit of blood back into your head before you start to come up. Taking your heels in and then your toes and then your heels, elbows to thighs into a wide squat, Kalyasana. So feel free to rock from side to side. A little bit of movement, maybe start to straighten one leg and then the other one. Then you can come down to the right side, lift your heel up if you want or not. If you don't need to, you can keep your heel down, getting a gentle stretch in the adductor on that left side. And then slowly to the other side, walk your hands across. And again, if you've got a couch or a table in front of you, you can use that to help support you. Good, then come back to the center. So we're going to walk our heels in a little bit further. So heel toe your way in. And then slowly roll all the way back up and step your feet together. Shake out the shoulders. Coming into some balance. Nothing too crazy, something easy. We're going to start with a nice easy tree pose. If you're not a beginner, please feel free to advance this as long as you're safe. Put your foot to your shin, foot to your thigh. You might want to put your foot in front of your thigh and drop your knee down. Whatever version that you want to practice today, bring your hands either to your heart center, reach your arms up, tuck your tailbone under, and you've got to really curl up your toes. So imagine that you're standing in sand and you're gripping the floor with your toes, pulling the belly in. If your whole body's not working here, it's going to be hard to balance. And if your balance is not great, stand next to a wall or somewhere where you can hold on. And just keep gently practicing to lift off. Relax your face. And then slowly hands come back down to the heart. Take your foot back down to the floor. Roll the shoulders out if you need to. And we move to the other side. So this might be your good side. Generally we do our good side first. Let's see. Push the heel in to keep it there. Curl the toes, squeeze your butt, and focus on your breath again. Good. Feel free to reach your arms up, any version that you want. And then slowly coming down, hands to the heart. Good. I'm sure you did a good job. I haven't had any coffee yet, so that's why I did such a good job. Coming to the top of your mat, we're going to stretch our hips out a little bit. Stepping your left leg back, take your hands down to the floor. Left leg goes back, left knee down. Very gently, we're pushing the right knee out, coming onto the blade edge of that right foot. Let me just face this way. So we're just pushing out. Don't have to push too hard. Depends how open your hips are. Mine aren't really that open. You should be feeling the stretch in your hip flexor as well on the other side. And then slowly coming up, let's come up onto our knees and just slowly change sides. So left foot is forward, we sink forward into the hips and push the knee out. Coming onto that edge of that foot. And then coming back to center, all fours. Bring your hands behind your back. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under and imagine that your thighs are up against a wall. So we're not going to lean back here. We're going to scoop the tailbone under, thighs are forward. We're lifting our chest upward. So we want to lengthen the space in between the vertebrae here. So we're not just crunching back down. You need to scoop under and lift up. Keep your hands to support you here on your lower back and lift your chest. If it hurts your neck, keep your chin down. And then chin to chest, sitting back onto your heels into child's pose. Knees can be together this time, head down, and then reaching down to your feet. Use your breath and let it go. Slowly making your way back up. Bring your legs forward. Shake out your legs. Hands pointing out to the side. We're going to lift up into a tabletop. So lifting up your hips. Now pull your belly in, squeeze your butt. If you shift a little further forward, you'll feel this stretch in your shoulders. We are going to stretch our hips here. So your left leg is going up. We're going to put the ankle onto the knee and then sit back down. You should be feeling the stretch in here on the outside of that left hip. So you need to roll the shoulders down, squeeze your shoulder blades together and push your chest out. And if you can't feel it, go closer. Like I said, my hips are tight, so I can definitely feel it here. But you might need to walk in more or walk your hands in more. Holding here for a few breaths. we're straightening out our right leg. So my left foot is still here. I'm going to take hold of my foot and put it to the outside of my right thigh. And then rolling down onto my back, keeping this foot on the floor. I'm going to pull this foot up as much as I can to the side and then open left arm back. So this foot on the floor. So hopefully feeling the stretch here still in the outside of your left hip. Nice time to close your eyes. Check in with your body, see how you're feeling. Remember, you don't have to do these classes live. There's a huge library now of classes. You can choose to do them anytime, day or night. Anytime, anywhere. Take that foot over, hug your knees into your chest, and slowly rock yourselves back up into a seated position. Hands to the side. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Lifting up your hips, pull your belly down, shift forward, feel the stretch in your shoulders. This time, right leg goes up, cross, and sink back down. This side is definitely tighter than the other side. Shoulders down, chest out. Remember to breathe. As it starts to ease off, try to walk in. Walk your hands in or walk your left foot in. Slowly straightening out your left leg. Your right foot comes across. We hold the top of the right foot and pull it up. Slowly coming down to the floor, opening back your right arm. So we're trying to keep this foot on the floor. Hips are facing up. Breathe into this stretch. And then slowly releasing, hug your knees into your chest. We're going to bring our hands underneath our butts, lift up. So your hands slide under. You could use a pillow if you've got a pillow or a block. And take your legs up into a small inversion. Legs are just hovering here. It's a nice time to close your eyes and feel the sensations. Might feel some tingling in your legs, some heat, or they might feel cold. Everything is okay. Just observe. Try to relax your shoulders, relax your face, relax your jaw. Then slowly bending your knees, remove your hands, take your feet to the floor, arms out wide, windscreen wipe your legs from side to side. Hug your knees in, rock yourselves back up into a seated position, legs out long. We're going to reach our arms up. So if you have got that towel and you need to use your towel, or if you've got a strap, you could put it around your feet. Sometimes I use a sarong that just happens to be handy. So we're pulling that towel towards us, trying to lengthen the chest, not round the spine, not drop the head, but bring the chest, bring the rib cage forward and look towards our toes. Deep breathing again. On your next exhale, see if you can lengthen a little further. Walking your hands back up your legs. Take your left foot, crossing it over your right leg. Right arm reaches up. We're going to hug that leg in. Press into the floor. Remember, don't use your neck. Shoulder rolls back and down. Find your twist, hips facing forward. The twist is coming from your waist. Nice wide shoulders. One more breath. Wait for the exhale. And slowly coming all the way to the other side into your open twist. And again, wide shoulders. Keep your back straight, chest out. Make your way back to the front. Under your legs, left foot crosses, draw it in, reaching up right foot, it's your right foot over your left leg, left arm up, hug your leg, and we turn right. Pressing into the floor. One more breath. Remember to breathe out before you come out of your twist. Inhaling, back to center. Exhaling, all the way to the other side. Under your legs and slowly roll down onto your mat. Pull your belly in. Let me undo that. Slowly roll down, knees to chest. Coming into happy baby pose. If you don't like happy baby pose, then just circle your knees around. Happy baby pose, we hold the heels and press the knees down towards the armpits. Gently rocking side to side. We have a nice long tailbone here, so we're pushing the tailbone towards the floor rather than curling upward. And then taking your feet back down to the floor, we're coming to Shavasana. If you want to turn off your light or grab your jacket or a blanket nearby, put that over you, then lengthen out your legs. Remember, you don't have to go anywhere after this. You can lie here for as long as you like or as long as you can. Take a big breath in, my friends, and then let it go. Again, full breath in, long breath out. Palms facing up, shoulders soften. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your jaw. Soften your eyes. Stay with your breathing. Let your body sink into your mat. You can stay there as long as you like, or you can start to move your fingers and your toes and start to stretch out. In your own time, making your way back up into a seated position. Bringing your hands into your heart center, bowing your head to your hands, taking a moment of gratitude that we are still able to share this space and this time together. We recognize that the light that shines equally bright in all of us. So we say to each other, Namaste. Thanks for joining me for yoga, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Stay safe and enjoy your present moment.